Forgive and love yourself no matter what. Forgive and love yourself no matter what. You know what I'm saying? No matter what's going on around you, no matter what's happening around you, know that through divine timing, everything is gonna be okay regardless. That's just how it works. Understand the laws of the universe. One law is polarity. The other law is everything happens for a reason. So with that being said, if something is happening or something is going on in your life and you don't understand it and you may look at it from a negative way, look at it from a positive perspective and know that everything for a reason, whether you know it or not. And once you do that, what will start happening is you'll program your mind to see everything positive. This is the mindset you want to have. You want to look at everything positive because when you put out that energy, it has to come back. You know what I'm saying? That energy has to come back. And with that being said, since you know everything happens for a reason, and you know your mind is all, the universe works mentally, and it's all about what's on your mental, you can know why everything happened for a reason. Or you can know why everything that has happened, you can know the reason. Because there has to be one, or else it wouldn't have happened. So before you get down, before you beat yourself up about it, and say, oh my goodness, why is this happening? Oh my goodness, I don't love myself because of this. No. Try doing the opposite. Love yourself. Love yourself for what it is you have, and love yourself for what it is you don't have. Whatever you don't have, obviously you don't need, or else you would have it through divine timing, through everything happening for a reason. It's one of the laws of the universe. You know, it's just a basic principle, a basic law. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my water fast, by the way, second day. But, you know, I was just thinking earlier, man, that's why I'm making this video. I was just thinking like, yo, I asked myself, I said, do you love yourself? I said, yeah. But then I asked the most important question. I said, why? I asked myself, I said, why do you love yourself? I said, and I thought about it, I said, okay. The reason why I love myself is because I understand myself. And I do what I do every day to know myself, to master myself. And I understand that in this human body, as a spirit, utilizing this human body, this expirational, dated vessel, I know that one day this got to go. And I also understand that this is temporary and this has flaws automatically. Automatically, it's going to be flaws in my human self. Even though my higher self has nothing, my higher self is free. So, with my higher self being free, and I know I'm utilizing this body, whatever I do within this body, I forgive myself already. Because I understand that there's going to be flaws. There's going to be so-called bad things. There's going to be so-called negative things, just based off the perception I got, right? So my perception off the rip is already forgiving myself. Already looking at everything positive. This is why I live a peaceful life. This is why I'm able to live a life in peace based off my mental perception, my mental projection on this world, me understanding this world. So just remember that this world, this third dimension that we live in is automatically already going to be flawed. Even in your humanity, it's going to be flawed in some way, shape, or form. It's going to be quote unquote bad, and it's going to be quote unquote good. Because we live in duality. We live in polarity. We live where you have good, you have bad. You have positive, well, you're going to have a negative. You got the output, you got the input. Female, male. Well, it's gender, but same thing. Masculine energy, you got feminine energy. Yin, yang. You're going to have that. So with that being said, it's all, but this is how you control that. It's based off how you look at things. If you know that there's going to be a good and there's going to be a bad, you always have that choice. How you going to look at it? How you going to react to this life? You going to react to it always being bad, always to it being good, or what you going to do? The best thing to do is look at everything from a positive perspective, but still knowing that there can be a negative at everything. That's just how it works here in this dimension. And me understanding this dimension, me understanding this reality, I'm able to accept it for what it is. I'm able to accept my human self, my human flaws for what they are. It's cool. I still choose to love it. I still choose to look at it in a positive light so I can bring that positive energy right back to me. See what I'm saying? So With that being said, anything that's going on in your life, you can always say it could be worse, or you can always say it could be better. Or you could just look at it like this: hey, whatever's happening right now is perfect. Because if it wasn't, it wouldn't be happening. You know what I'm saying? That's how I like to look at stuff. That's how I look at it. Like, if whatever's happening before me wasn't supposed to happen, it wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Everything is perfect in the now. This is the understanding the right now moment, the present. This is the gift. Because in this gift, you get to look at it and understand that, okay, right now is good. Right now is perfectly, is where I'm supposed to be. Everything is where it should be. Now, if I want to change that through my mind, I start thinking towards the future. And I start building things for that future in the now, in the present, which, like I said, is the gift. This is why the present is the gift. Because right now, you can change your life to however you want it. If you want to have a bad life, well, you're going to mentally have that bad things on your mind. If you want to change it for a good life, well, all you got to do is have a positive mind and do things in a positive light. See yourself in that positive light. Now we get into the conversation of visualization and utilizing your imagination and your subconscious mind. Because in the present, in the now, in order for you to change it, it has to happen in your mind first. Freedom and change begins in the mind. You know, we all know that. We all talk about it, you know, but it's a real thing. It's serious. This is real work. This is what really happens. Once your mind changes, everything else changes. So, with that being said, you want to be in power and in control of your mind so that you can be comfortable, well, you can be more comfortable in your humanity, knowing that there's going to be flaws. To be more comfortable is to have more control over your mind. Now, like I said, the visualization in the present and the now is the gift. Why? It's simple. Because right now, into the now, into the present moment, all you got to do is visualize yourself where you want to be, what you want to do. And ponder on that thought or meditate on it. That's the best thing. That's what I recommend is meditation. But if you can't do it, just start by sitting there and pondering on where you see yourself, how you see yourself. Ponder on it for a moment. I see myself in this light, da 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 da, right? Hold that thought, hold that feeling, hold that imagination, hold that visualization, and it will somehow come to fruition. Why this happens is because your subconscious mind doesn't know what's real. Your subconscious mind don't know what's not real. So to reprogram it, it's to visualize yourself where you want to see yourself. And visualize yourself always in a positive, happy, peaceful light. Or whatever you choose, basically. Whatever you choose, you have to see yourself there first. As above, so below. In the astral realm or in your imagination, which is your subconscious mind, you visualize yourself, you reprogram yourself to see yourself a certain way. Then sooner or later, you'll become that. Some call it magic. You can call that magic. That's really magic, to be honest with you. But we're just going to keep it simple, and we're going to call it reprogramming your subconscious mind for yourself. Already accepting yourself, knowing that there will be flaws, there will be so-called bad things, there will be so-called catastrophic moments or bad moments. There's also going to be good moments, exalted moments. We already understand that. Now, with this understanding, there's a way you can control this, though, through your mind, through your mental perception, your mental projection. So through that mental projection and through your perception, always try to lean towards the positive side so that energy can come back. Remember, input, output. Whatever you're putting in will come out. And every way, shape, and form. It's by design. It's through the laws of nature, the laws of the universe. You know what I'm saying? So through this, just remember, love yourself, accept yourself, regardless, because this third dimensional realm, Earth, whatever you want to call it, this physical realm is meant to be flawed in some way, shape, or form. And you might ask, why then? Well, understand the law of polarity. This is laws of the universe. You know what I'm saying? Understand the law of polarity. You're always going to have this and you're always going to have that. And everything. You could just, that's just something simple to break down. Negative, positive, like I said, input, output, you're always going to have the opposite end. Always. But which side are you going to choose for yourself? You going to choose the positive side or the negative side? Now, the key, the secret, is to be always in that middle point, the balance, the ma'at. You always want to be here. You always want to be centered with yourself. Which explains what? The subconscious mind and the conscious mind come together as one. That's that center. That's that enlightenment Christ energy that you always want to be. 7 chakra system. The heart chakra is in the middle, the crossroads. You got a choice. You want to go back to your lower self or you want to operate on your higher self. Heart chakra is always that center point, though. This is why the heart chakra is very, very extremely important if you know about the chakra work. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're watching my channel, then you into the chakras and all that. You know. So another case in point, real quick, another science thing to break down with the whole balance is if you look at even astrology, right? If you look up there at that wheel, that circle is representing a cycle, circles of time. Like I said in my esoteric astrology video, this circle is representing time. Your spirit, your higher self, your spirit operate outside the realms of time. What is the middle right here? This is so-called the sun. The sun just represents light or enlightenment or that Christ energy, if you will. So the 12 surrounding it, right there in the center is where you always want to be. You really want to be too high. You really want to be too low. You want to be right there. This is where your subconscious mind and your conscious mind meet together. Then there's light. You get an epiphany about something like, oh man, this is, you know what I'm saying? But that only happens when you go within and you start doing the work within, the shadow work within. So understand that while you do certain things, how I do this, the more control you start to get of yourself. You start to see, oh, this is what I feel with that. This is how I feel with that. You know what I'm saying? You always want to stay at that middle point, though. Like I said, you always want to stay there to reach that enlightenment. You know, same thing with the chakra system. What is the middle? That's the heart chakra right there. Loving yourself, accepting other people, loving other people, having compassion for yourself. First, having compassion for yourself and the work that you came here to do as a spirit in this human body. Knowing that this human body is automatically going to be flawed in some way, shape, or form. But accept it and still love it so you can have that energy come back and you live a peaceful, positive life. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just a breakdown of you can call it the balance, breakdown of the energies, however you want to look at it. You know, simply for me, I call it the heart chakra work. I call it accepting yourself, loving yourself, understanding this world that we're in, understanding this dimension that we're in. You know what I'm saying? Because you got knowledge, you got wisdom, and you got understanding. You can have all the knowledge in the world, don't really mean nothing. You got to have the wisdom, being able to understand it, well, being able to break it down that anybody can know what you're saying. It's not enough to just know something. You know, I know 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can know the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s of anything, but do you truly understand it? That's what you got to get to. You know what I'm saying? Through studying, through research, or whatever it is you do. Understand what you are as a human. The power you have as a human is underestimated because we're so tied to our 5 senses. We don't understand we have a 6th sense, another sense, and maybe a 7th. You know what I'm saying? When you start tapping into the 6th sense, you say, oh, you're more powerful than you thought. Everybody as a human has this power, especially with the more melanin you have. You're tied to more of your deeper senses. But, like I said, we got so caught up in this physical, this 3rd dimensional realm that this is all we know. It's more to life than this. More to life than the physical. More to life than your career, your money, you know, which ain't good or bad, but it's more to life than that. You're more powerful than that's what I'm saying. Your spirit is infinite. This is finite. This body is finite. It can't last for over, you tell me somebody 200 years old and they running and gunning. It's not meant. But your spirit is forever. Your spirit is free. Your spirit is in the infinite. Ta more to the infinite. spirit, then your solid body. Be in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Be in the middle of that. Be in the middle here, understanding all the energies, the 12 houses or the 12 zodiacs, understand the 12 houses to get to that center point, the enlightenment. This is why natal charts are important. Understand your chakra system, or you can go on for days. You can go on for days with this, man. But basically, make sure you get to that center point. Center yourself. That's why they say center yourself. You know what I mean? You don't want to be too high. You don't want to be too low. You want to be right there in the middle. Calm, cool, collected. Understanding. You know what I mean? So, peace, y'all. I'll take it easy. You know what I'm saying? That's it.